very good evening to you and welcome to Global News for today. To begin, let's take a look at the headlines. Army assures partnership with media in Brava State. Governor Oti presents a 750 billion naira 2025 budget to Assembly. Reps order CBN to address cash scarcity. RMAFC denies opposing tax reform bills. Russia police arrest German citizen over sabotage. Osimhen sidelined for 2 weeks over injury. Actor Gideon lists Zubi as biggest Nollywood star. GOC 6th Division's Nigerian Army and Land Component Commander in Rivers State, Major General J.H. Abdul Salam, has assured collaboration with media organizations in the state in fighting crime and criminalities. J.H. Abdul Salam made the comment when men of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Rivers State chapter, paid him a courtesy visit in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, on Tuesday. He stated that the Nigerian army belongs to Nigerians, adding that it is only through the help of the media that Nigerians can know the activities of the Nigerian army.
It is an organization that has continued to assist us in our work and will continue to rely on you to convey what we are doing to the Nigerian people. As we always say, the Nigerian army belongs to Nigerians. It belongs to Nigerians. So there is need to have a way for Nigerians to know what the army is doing and how the army is doing it. And it is through journalists like you that message is conveyed to the larger population. And you are doing your best. We thank you for that. We appreciate all the work we do because we do a lot of things, especially here in Nigeria. We are engaged in a lot of operations against oil thieves. We are engaged in operations to safeguard critical national infrastructure that are all over this region. We are also engaged in safeguarding lives and properties of people, Nigerians, within our area of responsibility. Now, this tax is something we do 24/7, day in, day out. And some of the activities we do, we call you so that you can see, so that you tell Nigerians. The essence of telling Nigerians is one, so that they know what we are doing. Two, to discourage people that have the intention of joining bad groups to do those things that are inimical to our economy. And three, to serve as disclaimer to people that think that the army is not doing anything, so to say.
GOC 6th Division's Nigerian Army Land Components Commander in Rivers State, Major General J.H. Abdul Salam, also prayed that the collaboration will continue to ensure effectiveness in crime fighting.
We will continue to cooperate with journalists and in particular NUJ Rivers State. Continue to cooperate with you, and if there is any area where you need also our assistance, where you need our support, please let us know.
Earlier, NUJ Chairman in Rivers State, Stanley Job Stanley, congratulated the GOC 6th Division's Nigerian Army and Land Company's commander in Rivers State, Major General J.H. Abdul Salam, on his appointment and posting to Port Harcourt and appealed that NUJ and the Army to work together to serve the society better.
I want to start by, first of all, congratulating the General Officer commanding the 6th Division Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt. The essence of sleeping at home peacefully and coming out free to do our business is because of the presence of the military, the police and other members of the armed forces. You can imagine a situation where you don't have the police, you don't have the army. Of course, when you wake up from sleep, you are afraid to go out of the house because you don't know who will attack you. But these people will not attack. It's not as if they are not crime, but they are operating minimally because of the presence of the army and the rest of the military people. So your work, what is doing in our economy cannot be emphasized. What is doing in our daily life cannot be emphasized. So we appreciate you. And you also contributed or contributing to the boosting of our economy. When these oils and mineral data do bunkering and all that, you stop them, it means that the resources of the nation is channeled to the ports of the nation. But when it's been allowed to be exploited by politic and hand, this money goes to private pockets. So you are doing a great job.
There was tension in the Elebele community of Ogbea local government area of Bayelsa State when a 22-year-old man identified as Godwin allegedly stabbed his mother to death over allegations that she hindered his destiny and wealth. According to residents of the community, Godwin returned to the area a few weeks ago after months of sojourn in Benin City, Edo State, and claimed that a native doctor had cautioned him that his deceased mother was holding his destiny and wealth. Confirming the incident, the youth president of Elebele community, Precious Okala, said upon arriving at the scene that they found the bloody corpse of the deceased while the youths of the community apprehended the killer's son. The Bayelsa State Police Command is yet to speak on the matter. Aggrieved youths and women of the Okwama community in the Ughelli South local government area of Delta State have given the federal government and the military authorities a 7-day ultimatum to release all community leaders held captive in military detention. They also demanded the corpse of the deceased President General of the community, Pa James Ogoroko, who died in military detention last week. This is coming after protesters threatened to block the River Niger after the expiration of the ultimatum, and a crisis began in the town after 17 soldiers on a peace mission to resolve the tussle between Okwama and Okoloba communities were killed in March in Okwama, and the military invaded and sacked the town, turning it into ruins as residents fled for fear of reprisal before the troops were withdrawn from President Bola Tinubu's intervention. Those who fled the community were later accommodated at the internally displaced persons camp at Ewu Kingdom by the Delta State government. And following the killing, the army arrested Pa Ogoroko, Professor Arthur A. Pepo, Chief Belvis Adobo, Dennis Okubaye, Dennis Malaka, Madam Mabel, and one other between August 18 and 20, 2024. They were kept in military detention until the death of the President General last week. In a peaceful protest, the residents threatened to resort to self-help if the federal government and the Nigerian army fail to effect the release of the detained community leaders after the 7-day ultimatum. Speaking on behalf of the protesters, Elder Owotake Otiero said the people want the cops and those detained to be released immediately. Operatives of the Nigerian Navy Ship Delta gunboat team have intercepted and arrested a barge and 2 trucks loaded with suspected stolen crude oil at the Nigeria Inland Waterways Authority jetty in Warri, Delta State. Commodore Abba Mushin, commander of NNS Delta, handed over the seized barge named Barge Ogenekome and the 2 trucks to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Warri on Tuesday. The arrests, which were executed on Thursday, November 7, 2024, after credible intelligence, according to Commodore Mushin, represented by the Executive Officer, NNS Delta, Commander Ayi Ekpo Achibong, and the EFCC team, led by Superintendent Abdullahi Nuhu from the EFCC Benin Zone Directorate, received the exhibits on behalf of the Anti-Graft Agency. Mushin described the operation as part of a series of actions under Operation Delta Sanity of the Nigerian Navy and Operation Delta Safe of the Defense Headquarters, and issued a stern warning to those involved in crude oil-related illegalities, urging them to cease such activities and embrace a new path. Analysts called on the Edo State government to focus on governance and stop trading blames with the past administration of the state, adding that leadership comes with responsibilities. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Atlantic Blowout, a public affairs analyst, Musa Mufasa, opines that the leaders are elected into office, they should rather think of policies and programs that would impact on the people.
And for the governor-elect, is now the substantive governor of Edo State, executive governor of Edo State, His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebulo, to be talking about books. I am really surprised, because for me, I think it's rather too early to begin to start doing the blame game. Leadership, they say, comes with responsibilities, and the moment you have been elected into a position of trust, I think the first thing you should do is to see how to make life better for the people. In as much as we are not saying that books are not important, but then again, what will the former governor want to do with such an amount of books? That the books carry the face of the president. Is Bola Ahmed Tinubu still not the president? So for me, I think rather than starting like this, which has come to be the normal, the usual thing that most elected office holders do. When they come into office, they try to see one way or the other to, play the blame game. But rather than doing that, why not the current governor think of how to, initiate programs, that will impact on the life.
Speaking further, Mufasa insisted that predecessors' ranks in governance should not be listed to truncate the dividends of democracy to the people.
Vividly, even as we speak, they started talking about 2027, even at the national level. So everything is about politics, but it may not to be like that. I think the key thing should be governance. Of course, I understand that a lot of bad bloods and all of that, but it's not what the people are expecting to see. Okay. If you have issues politically with your predecessor, you've gotten the position, so why not allow it to slide so that you can concentrate and focus on the business of governance, because that is what the people want. But when you begin to struggle, begin to go into this political rivalry and fighting and all of that, of course development will suffer. And if the
This is coming after the Edo State Governor, Monday Okpebulo, alleged that the immediate past governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki, refused to distribute books and instructional materials donated to school children in the state. As part of its mandate to ascertain the true status of the inherited state government-owned assets, completed and ongoing projects from the immediate past government of Godwin Obaseki, the Edo State government has commenced the verification of projects in the state. This is coming after the inspection of the projects is being carried out by the Edo State Assets Verification Committee set up by Governor Monday Okpebulo. While at the inauguration of the 15-man committee, the state governor charged it to come out with full details of all ongoing projects, their status, budgetary provisions, project contractors and their locations. The committee is also tasked to look into financial and non-financial assets of the government. Among other aspects, and opines that the committee was established because the previous government fell short in providing the facts and figures that dominated its governance process to the new administration. At the inspection of projects on Tuesday, members of the Subcommittee on Physical Assets and Infrastructure of the State Verification Committee said the exercise was not intended to witch hunt the previous government, but to ensure that what was presented to the Transition Committee was correct and in order. The chairman of the subcommittee, Patrick Obiahiagbon, who led other members to various road construction sites, said the exercise was also to ensure that road projects awarded by the past government were legitimate, and it was necessary to confirm that work was ongoing and that the amounts the projects were awarded for matched the length of the roads. He also emphasized that the work should meet specifications and contract terms. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has presented a total budget of 750 billion naira for the 2025 fiscal year to the State House of Assembly for consideration and approval. A total sum of 611.7 billion naira, representing 82% of the budget, is for capital expenditure, and 138.6 billion naira, representing 18% of the budget, is the recurrent expenditure, while the figure represents about 30% increase in the 2024 budget, which was 523 billion naira. Presenting the budget estimate tagged Budget of Sustained Momentum. At the chambers of the State House of Assembly, OT said his government took into account major economic headwinds such as inflation and exchange rate instability, which have dealt harshly with fiscal plans, adding that he has been on track to meet up with the expectations of the people, highlighted various achievements made within the 2024 fiscal year, and assured them of more in the coming year. He disclosed that he has earmarked 13 billion naira for the setting up of agro-industrial processing zones in 3 local government areas of the state, namely Bende, Ukwa, and Umone Ochi, and budgeted 55 billion naira for various ongoing and new road projects in the 2025 financial year, which cuts across the 17 local government areas, adding that provisions have been made for the construction of 170 kilometers of rural roads across the 70 local government areas of the state, with a target of 10 kilometers per local government. According to OT, 4 billion naira has been budgeted for the revamping and reticulation of a 47-kilometer pipeline for the Umuahia Regional Water Scheme, while the health and education sectors maintain 35% of the budgetary outlay, with 15% ongoing to the health sector and 20% to education. Responding, the Speaker, Abia State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Emmanuel Emerua, appreciated the Governor's budget presentation, which he said will sustain the infrastructural development of the state, among others, and assured of the support of the House towards achieving his goals in the 2025 budget. Abia State government has commenced community engagements to communicate the government's intention to the people of the Nsulu clan in the Isialangwa North local government area on the proposed setting of Abia Airport in the community. The Chief of Staff to Governor Alex Oti, Caleb Ajagba, who disclosed these while addressing traditional rulers and other representatives of the various host communities at the Palace of Eze Christopher Ebere in Umo Maita, Isalangwa North local government area, said the government had earlier engaged the village heads of the various communities and secured the consent for the project. Ajagba showed them letters from the various stakeholders of the communities to the government accepting the project and making some demands, as well as a communique written by stakeholders of the clan consenting to the project, adding that there is no opposition to the project among the leaders, and the meeting was to prepare their minds towards receiving the government's delegation that would be visiting and interfacing with the community by community starting from Tuesday, December 10, 2024, while highlighting the economic importance of having an airport in the Nsulu clan, including employment opportunities for their children, road constructions around the area, constant electric light and other amenities. He stressed the need for the people not to toy with the opportunity of developing the area for life, which is being presented to them by Governor Alex Oti through the airport project. Ajagba, who assured the host communities of the genuine intentions of the governor to develop their area, stressed the need for them to jettison the protest done by some women, which he said was not only unnecessary but politically motivated. In the various responses, some traditional rulers in the Nsulu clan, including Eze Christopher Ebere and Eze Patrick Anaba, confirmed that the government had earlier explained his intentions to the people and there is no need to block the government from developing the Nsulu clan. Also responding, some of the representatives of the host communities, including Charles Ohia and a woman leader, Mrs. Priscilla Okugo, commended the government for its decision to site an airport in their clan. Candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the November 16th governorship election in Ondo State, Mr. Agbula Ajayi, says he had filed a petition at the Ondo State Election Petition Tribunal against the victory of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The development came 24 days after the governorship poll, while the Independent National Electoral Commission declared Governor Aiyedatiwa of the All Progressives Congress winner of the election, having polled a total of 366,781 votes to defeat his closest rival, Ajayi, scored a total vote of 117,845. Speaking with journalists at the PDP Secretariat, Akure, the state capital, Ajayi disclosed that his legal team had filed the petition at the election tribunal with the hope of getting justice from the court and declined to mention the grounds of his petition and expressed his dissatisfaction with the outcome of the election, while the PDP candidates described the results of the election as a miscarriage in model of democracy. The presiding judge, Justice Toyin Adegoke, held that the candidate of the PDP who challenged the qualification of the APC's candidates, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, and his running mate Olaide Adelami, lacked local standing to file the suit. The judge also held that the case filed by Ajayi and the PDP was barred by statute, having filed it outside the 14 days required by the Electoral Act. Besides, Justice Adegoke held that the court lacked jurisdiction to hear the suit, having filed it through originating summons instead of a right of summons. Minister of FCT Barrister Nyesom Wike has commended the judiciary on effective service delivery and speedy dispensation of justice and called for collaboration between judiciary and government, civil societies and stakeholders in legal profession to deliver dividends to society. Wike said this at the Court of Appeal conference held in Abuja and expressed his commitment to supporting the judiciary's strive in Nigeria.
Traditional ruler, yes, you have said you own me. You are owning me does not mean that you take everything. Allow some for other area council. Look at how many roads you have mentioned. You are still requesting for more. But let me tell you, I don't know whether the Monday Secretary of Education is here. Is he here? He's not here. So it's not my fault. If he was here, I would have told him to go and see the school. But let me direct him wherever he is. Whoever is his friend, go and tell him that I said, Chief of Staff, tell the Monday Secretary to go to the Town Technical College and see what we can do to make the people of Kwale happy. And let me advise the company to please employ our people, give them jobs, give them contracts, so that they will be able. The whole essence of this job we are doing is also to create employment. Employment in terms of working with you, employment in terms of having contracts for them to feed their families. I can tell you, for what I've seen, you cannot have less than 100 direct people working. The past year has been one of significant challenges and triumphs for the judiciary, despite the increasing complexity of cases, the rising caseload, and the pressure to deliver justice swiftly. You have continued to discharge your duties with integrity, impartiality, and professionalism. For this, I commend you. However, we must also acknowledge that the judiciary cannot work in isolation. The effective administration of justice requires the collaboration and support of all stakeholders, including the executive and legislative arms of government, the legal profession, and civil society. As the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, I reaffirm our commitment to fostering such collaboration and providing the necessary support to ensure that the judiciary functions effectively. I assure your lordships that the FCT administration is dedicated to creating an enabling environment for justice not only to be done, but to be seen to be done. We are open to working closely with the judiciary to identify areas where improvements are necessary and to implement solutions that will enhance the delivery of justice. This includes upgrading court facilities, providing modern equipment, and ensuring that the welfare of judicial officers and court staff is prioritized. In a rapidly changing world, I urge your lordship to continue exploring innovative approaches to justice delivery.
The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, acknowledged that challenges of judiciary persist coming from various forces, calling on the stakeholders to be vigilant and steadfast in the defense of judiciary independence.
We must acknowledge, and I do, that challenges to judicial independence persist. These challenges can come from various or multifaceted sources, including but not limited to political interference, public opinion especially perpetrated on social media, and even well-intentioned efforts to improve the justice system. It is, however, imperative that we remain vigilant and steadfast in our defense of judicial independence. On my part, as the Chief Law Officer, I pledge to uphold the principles of judicial independence, and I will work tirelessly to ensure that the judiciary has adequate resources and support it needs to carry out its very vital functions. It does not in any way compromise judicial independence, as the executive branch remains a developmental and statutory partner in the administration of justice. I'll also strive to promote public understanding of the importance of judicial independence and to foster a culture of respect for the rule of law.
While President Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Dongban Mensem, highlights the aim of the conference, what the participants stands to gain.
This conference is structured in line with the needs of the Court of Appeal in particular. As we are assembled here today, we acknowledge the profound responsibilities associated with our roles in the justice system. The ever-evolving nature of our landscape demands that we engage in regular self-reflection, evaluation, and strategic planning. This conference offers a unique opportunity for introspection, knowledge sharing, and growth among stakeholders. Nevertheless, this technological shift has also generated a range of challenges for the judiciary, including the management of online reputation, cyberbullying, and harassment. The preservation of the integrity of digital evidence in the context of legal proceedings is now a thing of concern. To effectively navigate these complexities, it is only appropriate for the judiciary to engage in a process of regular intellectual upliftment, a regular examination of existing practices, procedures, and policies to ensure their efficiency, efficacy, and fairness in the digital age is therefore imperative. The increasing integration of artificial intelligence, AI, within the judiciary has the potential to revolutionize the administration of justice, enhancing efficiency, improving decision-making, and expanding access to justice.
Honorable Minister of FCT Barrister Yusum Wike has reassured people of Pai of his commitment to provide security through construction of access roads in Kwali Area Council. Wike gave the assurance on Tuesday during flag-off of construction of Lokoja Road to Pai in Kwali Area Council in FCT, stressing that the aim of constructing roads in the area was to link satellite towns to Abuja, the nation's capital.
Traditional ruler, yes, you have said you own me. You are owning me does not mean that you take everything. Allow some for other area councils. Look at how many roads you have mentioned. You are still requesting for more. But let me tell you, I don't know whether the Mandate Secretary of Education is here. Is he here? He's not here. So it's not my fault. If he was here, I would have told him to go and see the school. But let me direct him wherever he is. Whoever is his friend, go and tell him that I said, Chief of Staff, tell the Mandate Secretary to go to the Town Technical College and see what we can do to make the people of Kwale happy. And let me advise the company to please employ our people, give them jobs, give them contracts, so that they will be able. The whole essence of this job we are doing is also to create employment. Employment in terms of working with you, employment in terms of having contracts for them to feed their families. I can tell you, for what I've seen, you cannot have less than 100 direct people working with you, and then the indirect people that will also benefit. So please, work with the community people, work with the youth, work with the traditional rulers, so that we'll have a smooth scale of this project.
Speaking on Kwali Technical School, His Royal Highness Esu of Kwali Luka Ayeju requested for rehabilitated, while Wike said FCT administration will urge the contractor handling the Pai Road construction to employ the service of the community youths to provide jobs opportunities.
We came here, we came to Pai to Gobani to flag off that road. And on our way going to that place, I was asking question, what happened here? Why is there no road? How do you get to that area? The people going to that area must pass through this place. I did say that we will not allow it. We will come and flag off this road. In essence, if you add 15 kilometers to almost about 18 kilometers, of Pai to Gobani, you are talking about 30-something kilometers. I mean, you can imagine what the people here would benefit at the end of the day. People talk about insecurity. Why would you not have insecurity when there are no access road? So even if anything happens, the security agencies cannot even have access to provide the necessary security for the people. But I believe by the grace of God, by May, June next year, the people will have been dancing and will have been happy. What the president is doing through us is to connect the satellite town to the main city, so that you don't have to say, let me go and stay in the city. By the time we provide water to the satellite town and good roads, then we are talking about you having impact, positive impact of governance. And I believe by the time we put solar lights on this road, you will look like a city. Now be assured.
Several residents of Wajari village in Yamal Tudiba local government area of Gombe State have expressed grief and frustration over a recent attack by suspected Fulani herdsmen, which claimed the life of a community member, Ali Abubakar, and left his family devastated. Abubakar, a father of 6, was reportedly killed during the attack, and the herders also grazed their farmlands and made away with their cows. His brother, Babayo Abubakar, while speaking on behalf of the bereaved family, lamented the lack of governmental intervention or sympathy, adding that no government official has come to sympathize with them. Similarly, Yahuza Tukurbaure, a farmer in the area, recounted years of suffering due to the audacious herders grazing on his farmland. While according to ASP Buhari Abdullahi, the spokesperson of the Gombe State Police Command, the state government has established a committee and deployed a joint task force comprising police officers, civil defense personnel, hunters, vigilantes, religious leaders and traditional rulers to address the conflicts between the farmers and herders in the area. He assured residents of the commitment of the Commissioner of Police, CP Hayatu Usman, to maintaining peace in the state and urged residents to report any suspicious activities to the nearest police station, and also stressed the importance of early intervention to prevent such conflicts from escalating. An auto crash has claimed the lives of at least 14 people along Tiger Bridge in the Kafing House local government area of Jigawa State. The accident occurred when a vehicle conveying passengers crashed, resulting in the loss of multiple lives, with many bodies scattered around the scene. The State Police Command, who confirmed the accident through its Public Relations Officer DSP Shisu Adam, said the driver of the vehicle survived the accident and is currently assisting the police with investigations to ascertain the cause of the accident. The police spokesperson also said the driver of the vehicle survived the accident and is currently assisting the police with investigations, adding that the police have appealed to the public to provide any information that may help in determining the cause of the accident. Kaduna State Police Command has confirmed the killing of 2 residents following a clash by rival groups of thugs around Kofarmata and Yakasai Kanu. The Police Public Relations Officer of the command, SP Abdullahi Haruna Kiyawa, who confirmed the development in a statement on Tuesday, said the command immediately deployed teams of police operatives to the scene to stop further breakdown of law in the area. According to the statement, the Kano State's Commissioner of Police CP Salman Dogo Garba conducted an on-the-spot assessment visit to the affected areas to gather first-hand information and devise strategies to address the situation, adding that the primary goal of the command is to ensure the safety and security of all residents in the state. The statement also said the command will not tolerate thuggery and any form of criminal activities and will deal decisively with anyone who disrupts the peace in the state, and also urged the police officers to gather crucial information and devise strategies to address the situation effectively, stressing that the command will implement robust security measures in the affected areas to prevent further occurrence and restore peace and order. Borno State High Court, sitting in Maiduguri, has sentenced Aisha Walkil, popularly known as Mama Boko Haram, and 2 others to a combined 15 years imprisonment for 6 billion naira car fraud. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, who disclosed these, said Wakil, alongside the program manager of the Her Complete Care and Aid Foundation, Tahiru Saidu Daura, and the country director Lawal Shoyode, were convicted after being found guilty of fraudulently obtaining a Toyota Camry 2012 model from a petitioner under false pretenses. During the trial, the prosecution, represented by Mukhtar Ahmed and Samsudeep Saka, presented 3 witnesses and submitted several documents as evidence, while Justice Kumaileya ruled in favor of the prosecution and sentenced the defendants to 5 years imprisonment, each without the option of a fine. The court also ordered the defendants to pay a restitution of 3.5 million naira to the petitioner. Failure to comply with the restitution order would result in an additional 5 years imprisonment for each defendant, the judge said. The EFCC statement highlighted that the defendants had neither purchased the vehicle as agreed nor returned it to the petitioner, leading to the conviction. Suspected bandits in Zamfara State have rejected 3 million naira offered as ransom for the release of 26 abducted persons from Gidangoga village, Maradun local government area. An indigene of the village, Abubakar Shehu, whose 3 daughters are among the abductees, disclosed clarified that 26 individuals were abducted during their attack, not 50 as earlier reported by some media outlets. Adding that the abductees includes 19 females and 6 males, with one of his daughters preparing for marriage before her abduction. The community, which has faced repeated attacks from the bandits, remains on edge, adding that the bandits operate from a camp near the village and have been a persistent threat for a long time, stressing that despite reporting the incident to security agencies in the area, no action had been taken. You're watching the Global News on Atlantic Television Network. We'll be back after this break. Do stay with us.
From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economic, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the Global News on Atlantic Television Network. And now to the rest of our stories. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Shamsuddin Ogumjimi as the acting accountant general of the Federation. Ogunjumi's appointment came following the pre-retirement leave of the incumbent AGF, Oluwatoyin Medin, who retired on March 7. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy on Tuesday said his appointment is effective immediately, stressing that President Tinubu ensures a seamless transition in the administration of Nigeria's Treasury and consolidates the implementation of the present administration's Treasury policy reforms. The statement also said he is a career civil servant and the most senior director in the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, and brings over 30 years of extensive experience in financial management across the public and private sectors. He has held significant positions including Director of Funds and Director of Finance and Accounts at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He is a Chartered Accountant, Certified Fraud Examiner, Chartered Stockbroker and Chartered Security and Investment Specialist. Mr. Ogunjumi's academic qualifications include a Bachelor of Science, BSc in Accountancy and a Master's in Finance and Accounting, and President Tinubu expressed confidence in Ogunjumi's expertise. Tinubu said the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation is pivotal to the nation's treasury management operation, and Ogunjumi's wealth of experience and notable competence will ensure the continued effectiveness of the vital institution to advance Nigeria's economic reform agenda. National Assembly and the National Automotive Design and Development Council have urged automotive companies to deepen backward integration to spur economic growth. This is coming after the Senate Committee on Industry spoke on the company's challenges at an oversight visit to Dangote Sinotruck West Africa Limited, Wandel International Limited, Simba Motorcycle Assembly Plant, and Nord Automobiles Limited, all in Lagos. The Vice Chairman of the committee, Senator Shuaibu Lau, highlighted the importance of the automotive sector in job creation and economic development, stressing that the oversight visit is aimed at helping the automotive industries because they are crucial to Nigeria's economy and are provided to reduce production costs and expand operations. The Director General of NADDC, Joseph Osinipi, reiterated Lau's pledge to provide needed assistance to automakers as he called for a rise in the percentage of local components used in vehicle, motorcycle and tricycle production. The Senate Committee reiterated its dedication to addressing systematic challenges in the industry, including power supply and steel production, to support local manufacturers. House of Representatives has expressed concern over the ongoing cash scarcity in commercial banks across the country. This is as the Green Chamber of the National Assembly called on the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to address the situation which has imposed significant hardship on Nigerians. The motion brought under matters of urgent public importance by Uguru Emmanuel, the House highlighted the severe economic and social implications of the cash scarcity, which has left many Nigerians unable to access funds, even for basic needs. According to Emmanuel, while economic growth relies heavily on consumer spending and business investment, the persistent cash shortage has become a major impediment to these activities, and recalled that the CBN in its policy directive of December 21, 2022 set cash withdrawal limits of 500,000 naira for individuals and 5 million naira for corporate entities. He further raised alarm over the apparent connect between commercial banks and point-of-sale (POS) operators who seem to have unlimited access to cash, often selling it at exorbitant rates, and warned that unless the CBN takes immediate action, the situation could worsen, especially with the approach of the festive season, leaving businesses frustrated and citizens plunged into deeper economic hardship. In its resolution, the House mandated the Committee on Banking Regulations to investigate the cash crunch in commercial banks and reports back within 1 week, and also directed the CBN to urgently address the cash scarcity if it is not responsible for the shortage. Federal Capital Territory High Court has remanded the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, in Kuje Correctional Center, pending hearing of his bail application. Justice Marianne Aneni also adjourned hearing in the 110 billion naira money laundering case brought against Bello by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to January 29 and 30 and February 25 and 27, 2027 for hearing. The judge had earlier refused to grant a bail application filed by the former governor, saying it was filed prematurely, and Justice Anene, while delivering the ruling, said having been filed with the first defendant, Bello, was neither in custody nor before the court. The application was incompetent, adding that consequently the instant application having been filed prematurely is hereby refused, she said. The former governor is standing trial along with two others over an alleged 110 billion naira money laundering charge brought against them, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. This is coming in view of the arguments before the court on the bail application, while the defendant's counsel, J.B. Dodu, SAN, had told the court that he had submitted sufficient facts to grant the bail and urged the court to exercise its discretion judicially and judiciously to grant the